All right, guys. So today we have Gerard Lawson from Hydraform. Gerard sent me a set of their performance leggings about a month ago, and I've recently done a bit of a review on them. And regardless of the review itself, I've just been really impressed with Gerard and basically how Hydraform has shaped up, since first meeting them and seeing the website and listening to him talk about what the drive of the company is all about. So, Gerard, what led you to where we are today? Having created this new company and this great set of leggings.
I guess where did it all start and what led me to it? So I, as you can imagine, had a sports background. So in university, which is a bit too many years ago, but we're talking about a decade ago. At that point, pretty much, I was very into my sports. Always been into athletics and rugby. In university, then American football and boxing, very high intensive, very contact driven sports. And as you can imagine, with American football during those cold nights, compression was a very big thing. So I became very familiar with a lot of compression brands such as Nike, Under Armour, and Adidas. But at the same time, I was very familiar with thermal application, as you can imagine, with boxing. So not as too many, but on a few cold nights, I would be having a few bumps and bruises. So very frequently having to use cooling applications as well. And where it came for me, it was that there came a point where I was doing both the sports at the same time. So having that lifestyle of just being a student, but be also open to train regularly and perform regularly as well for both sports was quite grueling. So the ability or need to prepare, perform, recover was something that was quite evident for me. And being able to incorporate something such as thermal application and compression, which was something that I typically used into one product, was something that I was looking for in the market. And along that journey of one sleeping on it, think of the initial product, and along the journey of trying to develop that product, it was an option as to, okay, how we're going to actually promote the product and leverage it. And it was either license it out to an existing brand or develop a brand or a company. I took the latter, partly because of prideful intent, but also the fact that I wanted to know if I could do it as well. And I think every athlete, regardless of what sort of level you are, has that sort of competitive edge and drive to see whether you can do something. So I went down that route. And as you can imagine, building a brand, you can't build a brand just to sell one product. You have to think, what does the brand and the company represent? And I went back to the why, which was, why did I even think about initially producing this one individual product? And it was to better cater my preparation, performance, and recovery. So as a brand, Hydraform, what I want that to do is systematically, through a wide range of products, not just this one product, but we will produce products that typically do fit into one of those three categories. And there could be innovation products that potentially can be able to cover multiple pillars of preparation, performance, and recovery, or simply put, they'd be dedicated towards one of those specific niches.
Brilliant. And what sort of led you to go with a leggings, a men's training leggings first up?
With regards to trick over the leggings, in all fairness, I was going for the upper body to begin with, to be honest. Yeah. When I was developing the product, the upper body adaptation was the first piece. In regards to the male adaptation, I'm a guy. To be honest, I wanted it for me. I didn't want it for anyone else. The reason I wanted to boost it was that I wanted it. And I couldn't find it on the market. And in all fairness, if I'm going to create something, I want to make sure it works for me first before anyone else. So I tried doing we did attempt, and we have got samples and prototypes with regards to upper body adaptation. But when it comes to the upper body, because of the generic shapes, and also when you think of the initial product that we have here with regards to the leggings, it is integrated pockets within the main muscle groups. Now, for that to work and for you to apply the thermal application towards a desired muscle group, the fitting needs to be really precise, i.e. when you apply that cooling or heated application, the fit needs to be so that when you apply that application, you can feel it on that muscle area. When it comes to the upper body, the back, for example, the upper back, the lower back, the way it curves as well, the complexity of that was more than I expected. When it comes to leggings or the lower body, leggings inherently have a good, robust, and accurate fit. So we did start the path and the journey of going with the upper body. got some lessons to learn and applied it to the leggings or the lower body adaptation. I thought that'd be a good place to start, evidence it, get some lessons to learn, and then potentially go back to the upper body at another time.
So the leggings really hug those gel packs close to the skin, don't they?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
More.
And that whole idea of inserting gel packs, hot or cold, into the leggings, is that new? Like, are other companies doing this or what?
The concept of thermal application isn't new. In all fairness, the application, you can go to the store, you can get those click heats, you can get the click cooling ones. That thermal application, you can even use a frozen pack of peas, really. Thermal application is not a new thing. Typically, people would just go and tape or just manually hold some cooling compress. We've seen it in boxing, doing intermissions where they have the ice packs and rubbing it against yourself. So the concept of thermal application is not new, but has been validated, especially the cooling application more so than the heating application. If anything, this product makes it more sophisticated, makes it more elegant, makes it more, cosmetically appealing, and makes it more convenient. The fact that you can finish from a run, take a shower, put on the leggings, stick in the cooling applications, go and eat, go and stretch, read a book, spend some time with the wife and kids potentially, while still getting that cooling application to reduce inflammation to make you a bit better. So it's that element of convenience. When it comes to other products like this in the UK, I did do my due diligence in regards to making sure that if there's any competition as well. There are some brands out there globally that have started to, not when I initially thought of it, but have started to encroach on that space. But with regards to how we have integrated and the approach we've taken, there's no product out there quite like this in the world thus far.
Nice. Yeah, I think you've done a really good job for the first model you've put out. Yeah. So how do you see Hydraform products, and we don't just need to be talking about this set of tights, but just Hydraform products in the future, and in general helping runners and walkers?
Cool. With regards to how I see it holistically, so one, as I said before, I'm very keen on those 3 pillars. I'll say it one more time, but yeah, preparation, performance, and recovery. So holistically, what I found with brands in general is that they mainly focus on this performance, which is understandable. We all want to be game ready. It all depends on, the day, the moment of when you're going for your run, you're going for your race or competing. But there's more to it than that. There is that part when you're preparing, which is basically what most of us do. We spend most of our time training. Not everyone's in it to compete. We're just in it to literally get as good and as best as we can. And there's that element of, okay, you've done the performance element. When that's done, there's a good period of where, oh snap, it really hurts. It's that aching feeling. It's that element of growth and that element of, okay, you need to take your rest days, you need to stretch, you need to do your cool downs. So there's a big bulk of that cycle of preparation, then performance, then recovery, then cycling around. And what I found with most brands is that they only focused on that one element. From a brand perspective, what I want to do is I really want to give a balanced portfolio of products that really covers the whole entire range. And what I want to do specifically and how I would like to make it different, and what you should hopefully see as my audience going forward, is that we'll do it with a good element and a real clear focus on premium and performance and quality as well. I don't want to produce products that you will not actually get a good sense as to, okay, I bought it, but I wasn't really happy with the quality per se. We really want to make sure that we invest in the quality of it. There may be some quirky products out there. And as you can imagine, when we are trying to cover those 3 pillars, I really want us to push the boundaries with regards to experimentation. And there will be some innovation products that you'll be like, oh, this is completely different. I haven't seen it before. It's a bit weird. But at the same time, I want Hydraform to be a brand that pushes and really excels in trying to try different things. And there may be some products that you may find that, I think they hit the mark. They hit the mark beautifully on this one. That really does something that's completely different. And there might be another time where we produce something, a new innovation product, where you'd be like, okay, these guys are a bit nuts. Maybe a bit, I can see where you're coming from, but maybe not for me. And there'll be other products that you'd be like, okay, this is just good compression, premium stuff where I can just use for performance. It looks good. It feels good. It's nothing really crazy or new, but it's good quality gear. And what I want to do is be able to take those risks. Obviously, there'll also be an element of just producing good branded kit for your performance. But other than that, what will make the brand exciting going forward in the future is that we'll be throwing out those new innovations as well to try and push those boundaries.
Nice. Yeah, look, we have a lot of members who have just recently got into exercise and got into running, or they're walking and looking to do it regularly. And one of the biggest challenges they have is really the mindset of deciding, I want to do this and I want to really catch the bug and progress with it. I think I worry that there could be a perception that this is just for elite athletes who are thrashing themselves every day. Do you know what I mean? But I really want to sort of bring it back to a lot of our members who aren't quite at that level. Yeah, they've not been thrashing themselves for year in, year out. Buying a product like this is not just about the physiological side of things. Each time that you invest in something which is going to improve your recovery, and I'm constantly flogging people to get foam rollers and massage balls and stuff, because of the physiological benefits it can have, but also the psychological benefits. It helps people. When you invest in your recovery, you are effectively investing in your experience, your future experience with exercise. And, motivation can die quickly for people if the experience is not what they want it to be. And, I see this product fitting in really nicely with that experience, improving that experience for people so that, if they are sore after a workout, they're going to recover faster with a product like this. And just putting them on just kind of strengthens this new identity that you're trying to create of me as an athlete, and a lot of people don't think of themselves as athletes when they start with our club, but, over the time and they see more and more success, they do start to identify themselves and, they'll invest in a new pair of shoes, they'll get a GPS watch to start tracking their runs, and they'll start checking out their lap times on Garmin or whatever. And each time you invest in something, it just strengthens that identity. So I think that there's more benefits to something like this than just the physiological. So I think it's really good that you're putting something out here.
Most definitely. And I think just to add on that point as well, so as you touched on, people or the general public may look at our website, look at our product and be like, oh, it's a nice bit of kit, but it may not be for me because I'm not at that professional elite level. But as you touched on, when we are starting our workouts for the first time, I know myself, I've come back. I've been doing running during the whole lockdown element, but I've just now gone back into the gym properly to do a real weight session. And during those initial beginning times, especially when you're doing legs and doing squats, it's not the first day, but it's the day out, the 2 days afterwards, where you just can barely walk up the stairs. And it's those times, even my body itself it's like a new back to the gym. And it's during those periods when you're getting into a new type of movement or a new type of exercise that having thermal application, which allows you to recover that bit quicker, gives you that confidence to get back into the gym as well. It does aid you on, I guess, on that journey of just like, okay, it's not just going to be a fad. It's not just going to be a momentary thing. It's a lifestyle. It's a discipline. And that's where the hashtag Live Your Discipline mantra of our initial product release comes from. It's a cycle around preparation, performance, and recovery. The product itself necessarily is not, I guess, stated where you have to use it for preparation, performance, and recovery. The great thing is that it gives you the options as to, okay, I just want to use it for preparation. I just want to use it for performance, or I just want to use it for recovery. But it gives you those options as opposed to other products. And as a brand, we are a new brand as well. So from the element of, I guess, from the perspective of people coming to the brand or starting a new exercise or beginners for the first time, by all means, don't feel intimidated by the brand. We are new kids on the block as well. We are trying new things. We are growing as well. So if you think of any brand out there that is not top of the mountain, but definitely aspiring to be there, then you can look no further than Hydraform, because we're basically on the same journey as yourselves.
Nice. So what can we expect from you going forward? Can you let anything out the bag at the moment, or is that all hush at this stage?
No. To put a select few, but no, just joking. With regards to going forward, so we are going to take some time to really absorb ourselves in compression. Once again, thank you for your review of the initial products of the complete training leggings. Completely valid, and those points around the benefits and also the criticisms as well are something that we really do like to hear. There is no one product there's no product in the world that can please all people all the time. And also at the same time, we are aware that there are elements where we can improve as well, especially around the larger gel pad area space, to cover a larger muscle area, and also around the compression element as well. So for the next release, if anything, we're just going to go back to, I guess, that main pillar of, I guess, performance. And we're going to really focus on compression shorts for the men and also for the women as well. So for the women, this will be our first release, which will be great. For the men, this will be a second release, and we're focusing mainly on performance. And then we'll use those lessons to learn, use the compression experience that we're going to get with this release. And then going forward, which I'll come back to you on the day at another time, we will tie that back into the compression element to enhance the complete training leggings, which may be for the men, maybe for the women, but you just have to wait and see.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, thanks so much for your time today, mate. Really good to have you on. And I'm sure the members will appreciate just seeing, the person behind Hydraform, and look forward to seeing what comes next, mate. So,
awesome.
Have a great week. We'll see you soon.
Fantastic. Thanks, Connor. Thanks, guys. I'll catch you later.
See you.
Bye.